coops. Oh, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Jets. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! They're on the 25-yard line.
Cut! 20!
Check 53! You're up. Check.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike, 53. 53.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Goff. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Here's Bell. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
14 moving. 14's moving.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Check 53.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Goff on first down. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. They'll look to run with Henderson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag. Down. So let's see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Gone. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Try to get it to Woods. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Nickel Roby brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby Coleman, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
First down, Rams.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second down, it's Henderson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity, and we finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 60 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Jets, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got a noon one. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Darnold's throw on the money to Anderson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the counter, here's Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is. Here on 3rd. Steps away. He may try and run for this. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the 31, Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards there, first down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
53's the mark.
On 1st and 10, gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he's taken down inside the 30. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
He goes tonight. 180. Me and you all day. All day.
Now a 1st down throw, gone. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run, it's Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Now Bell. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dante Fowler. 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Rams 28, Jets 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Darnold down to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. The quick slant caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
35, Jets 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done sometimes when you open.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler, Aaron Donald, gets the sack. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 18-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They run on 2nd down with McGuire. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Darnold, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their Skills Fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations...
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Looking for Woods that time. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. No, check that. We don't like 52 right here.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Of course, they had the option. And they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Darnold going to give this to McGuire. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
At the 32-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get...
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Darnold completes it to McGuire out of the backfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. To throw again on second down. Darnold. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Ebukam in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Rams, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play.